Yes. Okay. Here we are. So, lay down on the mat as usual. Knees bent if you have any tension down the spine. Otherwise, legs straight and roll outward. Roll the arms outward. Palm of the hand facing the sky. Slide the shoulder blades toward the waist and pull the back of your head away from the shoulders to lengthen your spine. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. And one more time. Relax your forehead, eyebrows, and the skin between the eyebrows. Relax your eyes and let them sink deeper into the skull. Relax the skin of your face. Unclench your jaw and let your lips open slightly. Relax your throat, neck and shoulders, arms, forearms and hands. Relax your back, the muscles of your back and your spine, vertebra to vertebra. Relax your belly and the whole abdominal area. Relax your hips, your groins, relax your legs, knees, ankles and feet. Bring your attention into your breathing cycle and start observing every aspect of your breathing cycle. Which part of your body moves the most? Chest or belly? And if both moves, which one moves first? Observe without changing anything. Observe simply to know yourself. Observe the length of your breathing cycle. Inhalation and exhalation have the same length, or one of them is naturally longer. Observe the small pauses between inhalation and exhalation, and between exhalation and inhalation, the small moments where everything stops, even your breath. Become aware of the 4 phases of your breathing cycle. Inhalation, pause, exhalation, pause. And even there, observe, is one of the 2 pauses longer? Observe also that your throat remains relaxed and open, even during the pauses. 3 more observing breaths. At the end of the 3rd, take control and create a long, slow, and steady breath. Observe your lungs filling up slowly and getting empty slowly. Observe your constant breath. From the beginning till the end. Keep it constant, controlled, but easy. Expand your chest, your belly, your body with every inhalation. Allow more air into your body. Observe your body becoming more compact with every exhalation, without forcing. Keep your breath controlled, but easy. Your body is expanding with every inhalation and gently contracting with every exhalation. Long, slow, steady breath. Start breathing deeply and deeply. Deeper and deeper. Observe your lungs expanding and observe also the small tensions around your lungs, around your chest, around your belly. To go beyond, slightly beyond your limit. Allowing your body to expand even more. And once that you feel those small tensions, observe. Observe that they last just a few seconds. It's not the end of the world. Observe that once that you keep breathing deeply and deeply, it's just like your body start getting more and more used to this tension. And then what once was a sliding comfortable breath, it becomes easier and easier. It becomes your new comfort zone, your new breath. Still keeping your breath deep, long, slow. Still keeping the expansion of your body, of your rib cage, and of your belly. The tensions start becoming less intense. So you can fill up your lungs deeper. Still keeping your comfort. Still keeping it easy. Play with your comfort zone. Observing your body. Observing the small tensions that may raise up in order to create your new limit, your new comfort zone. Keep a long, slow, and steady breath. Deeper and deeper breath. Playing with your comfort zone. Creating this, a comfort zone where once you experienced some tensions. Keep your breath easy, but deep. Observe your body expanding. Feel your body free all tension. In order to have a deeper breath, in order to have more oxygen in your body, more energy in your body. Keep your breath easy, deep. Soft, and long. If you experience some tension, play with it. Observe, keep it there. In order to release this tension. And now, still keeping your breath deep, lengthen your exhalation. Keep on expanding your body with every inhalation. And lengthen your exhalation. Visualize the tension in your body getting released by the exhalation. So at the end of every exhalation, you feel more and more relaxed, at ease. Keep your breath soft and deep. Keep your exhalation long and slow. Exhalation longer than the inhalation. Deep, long, easy breath. From your next breath, start creating an easier and easier breath, softer and softer. Even if it becomes less deep, less long, it's not a problem now. Keep it soft and easy. Starting from the deep and long one, but easing the control. While you do so, observe. Observe both your breath, but also your body. Your breath becomes easier and easier, softer and softer. Lighter and lighter. Observe your body more and more relaxed. Observe your mind more and more relaxed. Observe all those small feelings that you may experience. You may feel at peace. Just acknowledge that. Feel it. Going back to a normal breath, normal control. Your body is completely relaxed. Your breath is lighter and lighter, more and more subtle. Stay there just a few breaths without controlling. Just experience. Be there. Now, keep your feet quite close to the buttocks. Keeping the hands quite close to the hips. Push the back of your head away from the shoulders to lengthen your cervical spine. Inhale. And with the exhalation, push with your feet against the ground. Lift your hips. Take the tailbone under to lengthen your thighs. 3 breaths. Keep the lengthening of your thighs. And go down slowly. Keep the feet closer to each other and the knees almost touching. Inhale. With the exhalation, push with the feet against the ground to lift the hips. Contract your buttocks. And observe the thighs lengthening. Stay there. Keep it active. Keep the 2 knees close to each other, not touching, but close. And go down. Roll on your right side. Push with the left hand to sit up. Okay, now, sit on your heels. Knees as wide as the mat. Keep the big toes touching and exactly the same level. Put your hands down on the ground, not too far from your knees, but not touching the knees either. Roll the arms outward to have the inner part of the elbow facing forward. Slide the shoulder blades to the waist. Push with the hands against the ground. Lift the chest and move the chest in between the arms. Look a little bit higher than your eye level. Tilt the hips forward to arch your spine and keep it there. Keep on rolling the arms outward. Keep on sliding the shoulder blades toward the waist. Tilt the hips forward to activate your lumbar spine muscles. Activate the muscle around the spine, from the lumbar spine to the upper one. Release. And create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. Create a fluid movement on one side and on the other side. Okay, now inhale. With the exhalation, roll your hips backward, push the spine back, round your spine, and look at your belly. Inhale, roll your hips forward, slide the shoulder blades over the waist, push the chest forward, and look up. Exhale, round your spine, look at your belly. Inhale, arch your spine and look up. Recreate the same feelings that you experienced at the very first exercise that we did. Exhale, look at your belly. Inhale, look up. Okay, now put your hands in spider leg position and walk forward. So just the tip of the toes touching the ground. Walk forward with your spider hands to your maximum. Once that you reach your maximum, look at your hands. Okay. And move the shoulders away from the ears. So you may even want to step just a little tiny bit back with your hands in order to keep your shoulders wide and away from the ears. Keep on looking at your hands and observe the activation of the muscles on your back. Now, without releasing this activation of the muscles around the shoulder blades, allow the head to go down. So pay attention not to release the whole spine, but just the cervical spine. The head is now touching the ground. The arms are active. Hands still in spider. So just the tip of your toes, tip of your fingers touching the ground. Shoulders wide and away from the ears. Stay there, 3 breaths. At the end of the third, walk back with your hands. You can put the palm down now. Keep the hands not too far from the knees, and again, create circles starting on the lumbar spine, but spiraling up through the spine to move also the shoulders and head. So the whole spine, the whole back is moving. The head is moving too. Good. Turn also on the other side. The movement starts on the lumbar spine. It's the lumbar spine that moves. Movement goes spiraling up through the spine to work also on shoulders and head. Okay. Tabletop position, but put your elbows down on the ground. Interlace the hands, keeping the elbows a bit closer compared to the shoulders, actually. And even there, push the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the shoulders wide. Take your toes under. Inhale deeply. And pushing the elbows against the ground and keeping the elbows, keeping the shoulders wide and away from the ears.
While pushing the elbows against the ground and lift your buttocks. Push the chest now toward the toes. Stay there for 3 breaths. Keep on pushing. Activate the muscles that you activated before around the shoulder blades. Keep those muscles active. And at the end of the third, go down with your knees. Okay. Step forward with your knees, just as in a bit. Tuck your toes under. We're gonna do it again. So push with the elbows against the ground. Lift your buttocks and push the chest over the toes. Lift your heels as high as you can. 3 breaths. Keep on pushing the elbows against the ground. Keep on pushing the chest toward the knees or toward the feet. And really slowly go down. Okay. Do you have 2 blocks? See if we can have the 2, otherwise we're gonna do something with just 1. Yes, good. So take the 2 blocks and put the 2 blocks and on the 3rd position, so on the high position, toward the front of the mat. Sit on your heels with the knees wide. Tilt your head forward and put your forearm over the block, palm of the hand facing down. You can just adjust also your position in order to have the arms completely straight and active till the very tip of your fingers. Keep the shoulders, even there, wide and away from the ears. Keeping this movement of the shoulders away from each other and away from the ears, allow the chest to move down toward the ground. Allow the head to move down toward the ground. Keep the arms active till the very tip of your fingers. And breathe deeply on your chest. Use your breath to expand your chest. And observe that the deeper you breathe, the more tension you can feel on your back. Release those tensions. But to get those tensions released, you have to feel it. So inhale deeper and deeper on your breath, on your chest, in order to feel tensions on your back. Keep on pushing the chest down. Keep on activating the arms till the very tip of your fingers. Keep the shoulders wide and away from the ears. 3 more breaths. And at the end of the third, really slowly, come back up. Good. Come back up completely. Now, we're gonna use some other props maybe. Do you have a chair? Any chair will go, will work. You don't need a yoga chair to do so. Simply need a chair. Fancy, you have the yoga chair. So, just put the chair toward the front of the mat and take 1 block. I want you to keep the block in between the wrists. So I want you to have a gentle pressure of the two forearms against the block to keep the block in place. Yes, perfect. Now put your elbows toward the edge of the chair. Keep the position of the elbows stable. So don't put it too on the edge, because otherwise you will slip down. Not too far away, because otherwise you're not going to work on the shoulders. So find the compromise, but keep it stable. The elbows are as wide as the block. And now, step back with your knees and lower your shoulders until you create a straight line from the elbows to your buttocks. The whole spine is straight and parallel to the ground. The tip of the fingers are pointing up to the sky. Yes, good. I know that it's not really comfortable because we're opening shoulders and armpit and all those different areas of our body that usually we don't open that much. So it's not really comfy, but you can feel that it's working. You can allow the head to move down toward the ground. And keep on pushing the shoulders down, the chest down. But now I want you to move your navel toward the spine in order to lengthen your lumbar spine. So belly in, tilt your hip gently backward to focus on the opening on shoulders and the upper chest. 3 more breaths. I know that it's a nightmare. I know. And at the end of the 3rd breath, really slowly, take your time, really, really slowly, walk forward with your knees and lift your shoulders. Allow the hands to move down. Again. Okay. That's a huge opening. I know. It's not comfortable. I know, but it does work. So now, move the chair away. And since we have the 2 blocks, we're going to keep on working with the 2 blocks. For the first block, in the first position, so in the lower position, down on the mat, roughly in the middle of the mat, I want you to lay down over the block with your shoulder blades. So pay attention on the positioning of the blocks, of the block. The block doesn't have to be close to the neck. It's really just on the shoulder blades. Lift your hips and allow the head to go down toward the ground. Okay. Now take the second block and put the second block in between the wrists. Tuck the tailbone under in order to lengthen your lumbar spine. And keeping the lumbar spine long, keeping the arms completely straight and active till the very tip of your fingers, really slowly, and keeping also the shoulders away from the ears, really slowly allow the arms to move down toward the ground. Keep on tilting the hips backward. You can even contract gently your buttocks in order to control better this movement. Lower a little bit your hips. Keep it quite low. So not touching the ground, but not too high either. and stay there. Allow your shoulders to work and open. Allow your armpit to work and open. More breaths. At the end of the third, lift your block again. So we are reinforcing also the muscles of your arms. And again, lower your hands. Really slowly. Now on the other side. Yes, we're gonna do it again. Now, straighten your arms back. Okay, keep the arms straight. Focus on straightening the arms now. Lower a little bit more your hips, but keep on tilting the hips backward to lengthen your spine. 3 breaths. At the end of the third breath, keep the block down on the ground. Interlace the hands behind your head. Move the 2 elbows closer to each other, like you want to wrap your head with your forearm. And lift your head. Look at your knees. And really slowly lower completely your hips. Keep the chin connected or really close to the base of the throat. Allow the elbows to go down to the ground and push to come up. Okay, yeah, so we worked also on the abdominal muscles, just a tiny bit. Okay, now move the blocks away and take the chair again. So now since you have the yoga chair, it's gonna be even, wouldn't say easier because it's not that easy, but it will be, yeah, easier to keep the pose, but it won't be an easy pose. So I want you to put your hands half over the chair and half on the side of the chair. So actually the fingers are over the chair and the palm of the hand is against the edge. I want you to keep the 2 hands as wide as the shoulders and keeping the arms rolled inward, outward to have the inner part of the elbows facing forward. Walk gently back with your knees. Bend your elbows and put your elbows right under the edge of the chair. Keep the 2 elbows really close to each other. And allow the chest to go down. Allow the head to go down. 5 breaths. Keep the elbows close to each other. At the end of the 5th, really slowly, come back up. Yeah, not comfortable. I know. It's horrible to see how horrible can be an exercise with a chair. And we're gonna do it again. And I'm gonna show you a variation if you wanna go deeper. You're not, that is, you don't need to do it if you don't feel it, because it's even more intense. In case you don't want to go to that limit,
just do exactly the same thing that we did before, okay? So the starting position is exactly the same, with the fingers over the chair, the palm of the hand on the side of the chair, and the elbows close to each other. Then we go down. Once that we are down, we walk gently forward with your knees, and then you push the elbows back and forward, still keeping the chest as low as you can. You may even touch the ground with the head, and you do 5 breaths. So if you want to, just rocking back and forth. Otherwise, stay still. Keep the elbows quite close to each other in 5 breaths. If you want, moving forward and back, still keeping the chest as low as you can. The idea is still to keep the chest and the head as low as you can. At the end of the 5th breath, you simply come back up. Good. Sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. Put your hands over the thighs. Create circles with your hips and lumbar spine. And create a spiraling action through the spine to gently move also your shoulders. Turn also on the other side, so the lumbar spine and hips moves, and then as a consequence of the spiraling action of this energy, also your shoulders will move. Okay, good. Put the chair away again. Tadasana, mountain pose. Big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Tilt your hips backward, belly in, sternum lifted, shoulder blades down. So you can imagine a sort of chained action. So the pubis lift up, the sternum lift up, the shoulder blades go down, tailbone go down. Is the same action. All those 4 different actions are linked. Pubis up, sternum up, shoulder blades down, tailbone down. And given this action, I want you to lift your arms really slowly, because I want you to keep the shoulder blades down. So focus on that. Don't compromise the stability of the center of your body. Really slowly, keeping your arms straight. Lift the arms up. Keep the shoulder blades down. And now I want you to keep this linked action. So now, still with your arms up, pubis up, sternum up, move from the armpit to the inner elbow. And now move from the outer elbow down to the shoulder blades. Shoulder blades down, tailbone down. The same action. It's a linked action. Pubis up, sternum up. From the armpit to the inner elbow, from the outer elbow to the shoulder blades.
shoulder blades down, tailbone down. Visualize this chained action. And now release the arms. Okay. Take the chair again. But now I want you to put the chair on the other side. So with the back of the chair facing to you. Okay. So actually with the yoga chair that you have, because I have it just on the back, it's exactly the same. Actually with your yoga chair is gonna be even more interesting. Put both hands over the top of the chair. And now walk back with your feet in order to create 90-degree pose. You're almost in Adho Mukha Svanasana, but with a chair. Okay? Keep the arms completely straight. And now recreate the same movement from the sternum to the shoulder blades. So not a complete change action, but just from the sternum, so sternum forward, from the armpit to the inner elbow, from the outer elbow to the shoulders, to the upper shoulders, shoulder blades down toward the waist. Keep this movement. Legs straight. Tilt your hip gently forward in order to activate a little bit more your legs. That's why I don't want you to create the complete chained action, but just the half of it. So keep on moving the sternum toward the chair, from the armpit to the inner elbow, from the outer elbow to the upper shoulder, shoulder blades toward the waist. And observe this opening of shoulders and chest. Keep it there. 3 more breaths. Keep on tilting your hips forward and keep on reinforcing the action from the sternum to the shoulder blades. And really slowly bend your knees and take your time, come up. Okay. Yeah, we can feel it. And definitely feel it. So now, step forward with your right leg, back with your left one. Keep the hips squared, along with the short side of the mat. Belly in. So now you take back the full chained action. So pubis up, sternum up. Lift the arms up from the armpit to the inner elbow. Move from the outer elbow to the upper shoulder, shoulder blades down, tailbone down. Create this chained action and bend your right leg. Keep the right knee right above the right heel. Push the left heel down. And keep on focusing on the action, pubis up, sternum up, armpit to the elbow, elbow to the upper shoulder, shoulder blades down, tailbone down. and release. Change leg. Left leg forward, right leg back. Hips squared. Start creating again this action. So pubis up. Sternum up. Lift the arms up from the armpit to the inner elbow. From the outer elbow to the upper shoulder. Shoulder blades down, tailbone down. Stay there. Don't compromise this chained action. And bend your left knee. Keep the left knee right above the heel. And push the right heel down. Still doing the same action from the pubis up, sternum up. Armpit to the elbow, elbow to the upper shoulder. Shoulder blades down, tailbone down. Stay there. And release. Tadasana again. Feet are touching, heels slightly apart. Recreate the same action. Even there, but keep the arms down. So, pubis up, sternum up, shoulder blades down, tailbone down. Keep it there. Now, still keeping it there. Find a gentle position. So you're still there, you're still aligned, you're still active, but you're not contracted. So find the compromise between the two feelings. You're controlling your body, you're working on your posture, but on the same time, you're kind of relaxed. And still keeping the same action that we worked on today, I wanted to add just another movement. But actually, it's not an easy one. Because the front part of your body lift up. So pubis up, sternum up. But now imagine that for the head, this chain turn. So I wanted to lift the pubis, lift the sternum, then you cross and you lift the back of the head. And you move your nose just a tiny bit lower. Tip of the nose a little bit lower, and then you cross again, shoulder blades down, tailbone down. Pubis up, sternum up, back of the head up, nose down, shoulder blades down, tailbone down. Stay there. And again, find a more gentle version of this position, where you're still working on your posture, but in a more relaxed way. Keeping those actions in place without compromising those actions. Find the dristi and lean on the left leg. Lift the right leg, open the left leg to the side and put your left, right. Yeah, the other. Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Feet against the left leg. Even there, the action are still in place. So pubis up, sternum up, back of the head up, nose down, shoulder blades down, tailbone down. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, we're gonna add the actions on the arms. So straighten your arms and lift the arms right in front of you. From the armpit to the inner elbow, from the outer elbow to the upper shoulder. Up, 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 up completely to the, okay, that's good. So all the action are still in place. Pubis up, sternum up. From the armpit to the elbow, from the outer elbow to the upper shoulder, back of the head up, nose down, shoulder blades down, tailbone down. And really slowly lower your arms and leg. Still keeping your drishti. Lean on the right leg, lift the left leg. Open the left leg to the side and put your left leg against the right leg. 1, 2. Keep always a small bend on the right leg in order to be more reactive on finding your position, your stability. And work again on all the actions that we worked on today. So pubis up, sternum up, back of the head up, nose gently down, shoulder blades down, tailbone down. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, straighten your arms straight and active, and lift it up from the armpit to the inner elbow, from the outer elbow to the upper shoulder. Pubis up, sternum up. From the armpit to the inner elbow, from the outer elbow to the upper shoulder. Back of the head up, nose gently down, shoulder blades down, tailbone down. Stay there. And really slowly go down. Move to the back of the mat. Keep the feet wider than your hips. It can be just as wide as the mat or a little bit closer. Now, move your the toes closer to each other. So actually your feet are pointing to the center of the mat. Hands on the waist. Activate your legs. So imagine that you want to lift your knee up. Now, tilt your hip forward and move with the spine parallel to the ground. Stay there. Keep the arms on the hands on the waist. Then move the sternum toward the front of the mat and the shoulder blades toward the tailbone. Stay there. 3 breaths. At the end of the 3rd breath, keep on tilting the hips forward to lower your chest. Bend your knees if you need to, but put your hands down on the ground. Once that you have your hands down on the ground, step forward with your hands Not yet in Adho Mukha Svanasana, just halfway through. Now, focus on the arms. Roll the arms outward to have the inner part of the elbow as much as you can forward, facing forward. Like you want to wrap your upper arms. Now, recreate the movement from the armpit to the inner elbow, from the outer elbow to the upper shoulders. And keep on walking forward, keeping the movement in place till you reach your Adho Mukha Svanasana. From the armpit to the inner elbow, from the outer elbow to the upper shoulder, chest toward the toes, as usual. And now, tabletop position. And enter a child pose, just for 3 breaths. Allow your spine, your shoulders, your arms to relax completely. At the end of the 3rd breath, tabletop position again. And now, keep the 2 knees together. And tuck your toes under. Okay. Now, move your buttocks toward the heels. Walk back with your hands. Tilt your hip backward in order to arch your spine at your maximum. And keeping the spine arched, at your, rounded as much as you can, bend your elbows and put your top of the head down on the ground, quite close to the knees. Once that you have this touch, top of the head and ground, grab with both hands the outer side of your feet. And keeping this grip, so hands and outer feet, lift your buttocks and observe that your spine round even deeper. To avoid tension on the cervical spine, activate your muscles like you want to lift your head just a tiny bit. And you can also activate your feet and push the feet back to keep the pressure on the top of the head really super light. 3 breaths. Allow this position to stretch the upper muscles of your spine. And at the end of the 3rd, go in child pose again. Find a version that is more comfortable for you, either with the knees together or wide, arms to the front or to the back. Stay there just for a few breaths. And when you feel ready, you can move into Shavasana. Since you have the chair, you can also use the chair to give support to your calf muscles and your lumbar spine. If you don't feel tension on your lumbar spine, you don't need to use the chair. So listen to the messages of your body, because we worked more on the upper chest. But if you feel tension on the lumbar spine, this is variation that you can do anytime. But again, if you don't need it, Just find a version that is more comfortable for you at this moment. Keep the spine long, back of the head away from the shoulders. Relax completely your arms. Relax the muscles of your face. Your eyes closed and let go. At the end of Shavasana, I'm going to chant the mantra. And at the end of the mantra, I'm going to guide you out of the pose. Till that moment, just relax.
Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtin Vadanam Udvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamrita Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtin Vadanam Udvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtin Vadanam Udvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Really slowly. Start moving your toes and fingers. Bring back the awareness into your body. Inhale deeply and exhale fully with your mouth. Release all tensions. One more time. Stretch your body. Bend your knees and roll on your right side. Stay on your right side for a brief moment before sitting comfortably for the chant of 3 Om. Keep your spine straight yet relaxed. Keep your shoulders, arms, and hands completely relaxed. Put your hands in Inamana Mudra or Chin Mudra. So, thumb and index finger together, palm of the hand either facing the sky or the ground. Keep your eyes closed. And again, relaxed. Inhale deeply. Put your hands in prayer position in front of the chest. Open your eyes. Namaste.